faithful. My goodness, we almost didn't have a video today. I am gonna fly through this thing. It's 4:40. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna get through this quick today. What I do is I cover fantasy sports, all the pick'em sites, you name it, links in the description. Get the promos. If you haven't tried them all, this is the key. Keep your coin in PayPal or a central bank, whatever have you. You can sprinkle it on Chalkboard, Sleeper, PrizePicks, Underdog, instant cash outs, instant withdrawals, and you take advantage of all the accounts. That is the way to do this. So if you want to have a content creator channel that covers fantasy sports and gets you to think about how to have a winning process and doesn't just spoon feed you, I'm your man. If you want to be poverty, then just, I don't know, close the video or do whatever it is you guys do. Now, it is the middle of summer. We're halfway through MLB, maybe a little bit more than half. We're almost back at football season, which begs the question. I want to do, and I do personally every year, DraftKings NFL is my bread and butter. I do it every year and I do it on my own, and I do give content with projection sheets, write-ups in my Discord. But if y'all want me to do DraftKings strategy for NFL season this year for NFL, please let me know in the comments so I'm not just wasting my time. If you guys want to see it, I'll do it. And that goes for PJ as well. And what I would really love to do is some best ball drafts, maybe like a collaboration with old Skywalker and do a live simulcast of a best ball draft. If we can do that, I'm not sure if we could. He could be on his and I could be on mine. Two separate screens, that would be clutch. Sky, if you're watching this, let me know, boss. Now, we got a poverty MLB slate today. We got no WNBA today, which, by the way, I swept WNBA yesterday. Yes, sir, the list swept. I don't want to hear it. I swept Master Class. And before those of you that say, well, Cap, you said Tina Charles over first half inning. I did, but I also said under full game. So since one cashed and one didn't, it's a net wash. You dig? Sweep it up. You won't deny me my sweep. It was a crispy sweep. Now, MLB, the one leg, Cutter Crawford, he dealt a master class, but he sold his gobby 4.5 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he had 68 pitches or 64 pitches in the 7th inning, and they didn't let him come back out. I don't know why. It is what it is. He got unlucky. He had tons of 2 counts. What are you going to do? So let's talk about today. We got the last game is coming up at 5:40, or the start of the game 5:40. There is some summer league. There's esports for you D-gens. The Cord people cover esports. Rock, Dan, Rome, Venom. A lot of these guys cover esports. Just tail them and you'll win in the end, most likely. Now, first things first, we're going to DG. We're going to refresh it and we're going to see what's popping. Like always, the hitter fantasy scores. Now, hear me out on John Gray. John Gray, poverty. Texas Rangers, whatever you want to say. I don't like them, but technically they're not a bad team. So, is Gray going to go over 28.5 fantasy points? Well, you automatically have to assume he's going to get the win and most likely not the quality start, but I don't know. That's 10 points, okay, for the win and quality start. So, let's just give him the win. Let's just say they win, and a definitive win while he's in the... And then let's just say he gets 3 to 5 strikeouts and 15 to 16 pitching outs. He would probably go over 28.5 unless he gets a lot of earned runs, but his line was at 27.5 earlier. I did take less on it. Then they bumped it up because everyone's probably taking the over because it's the Angels. I'm not exactly sure, but remember, this is long-term value. We're looking for 54.5 or higher. So if you see it, you take it, and that's that. Corey Seager, the legend, he's on an absolute tear. If you want to tail him, I would take, and what I did take, not his fantasy score because I don't want to take a play that's being juiced under like that, but what I did was took his 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, Gabby. Either one of these is fine if you want to go there. If you're insistent on going there, I ain't afraid of Daniel, the Angels. I'm not afraid of that pitcher at all. Again, if you think he's going to get walked or steal a base or something like that, then maybe you could take his hitter fantasy even though it is juiced under, but I wouldn't go there. Maybe it drops to 9 before 8:38. I'm not sure. Obviously, over half a hit. His RBI here at half a demon is crispy. I actually think this is a good demon, and the double, where is it at? Well, yes, either one of these are good demons. Okay, and then if you really want to gamble, look at all these lines they have for him. They are forcing the action. This scares me. It's very rare that you see somebody that has this many demons out for him on all these different things, like 2 RBI demons, 2 base demons, a home run demon, all that. This is crazy. Like I say, I try to avoid the public opinion. I try to fade them. Most likely, he's probably going to get a hit and a run or an RBI. Is he going to get 3 bases, a double, a home run? I have no idea. Garcia, folks. You can't predict that stuff. It's impossible to predict. All you can do is get it in and hope for the best. But either one of these is fine. I personally went with the Gabby because I'm a man that'll put in a high dollar amount and be fine with 2 to 3x. I don't care. I'll take the Gabbies. But now, I'm not going to go through here and because I'm not going to plug them. But honestly, I use this site to help with my research. But you can see here, all these, I'm not going to go in and tell you what they all mean. There is a legend all the way down here at the bottom. But just for the argument's sake of this video, just know if it's red, it's good. If it's blue, it's bad. Okay, so the lighter the shade of blue, whatever, the darker the shade, the worse it is. Same thing with red. So you can see here, Seager and Garcia, they're crispy numbers across the board. And then you can see on the Angels, their hitters, Ward and Logan, they're okay, but nothing's gonna beat Seager, like I said, and Garcia. As you can see, the legend here, great, poor, but look, let's go down. Look at the pitchers. John Gray, absolutely just poor across the board. Man, he's just not a good pitcher right now. He hasn't been the same. And then I don't have a ton of info on old Davis Daniel, but I'm telling you, I had him last time. He came through for me. These numbers, they're not great, they're not bad, whatever. I'm not really interested in him. I did take under on his Ks, but I know I'm gambling. Less at 4.5. I think he's gonna get 4 pitcher strikeouts, but I'm showing you that because I don't think Seager's gonna have any problems getting a hit. The only thing that's scary is maybe he just gets walked. Maybe he gets intentionally walked. I doubt it, but you never know, man. Baseball's a fickle game, so you can take Seager's Gabby and ride the train till you're forced off. But if you haven't been taking him, I highly don't recommend you getting on there. Now, let's go to DG and check the book juicing. Now, I gotta tell you something here. Yes, they're my partner, but it didn't matter. I used them long before I was partners with this website, y'all. I used it every day for years when it came out or something similar. It saves me a ton of time. If you want to save yourself time, it pays for itself in the end. I promise you. I've already made at least 300 using just odd shopping tactics building slips so far this month, and it's only the 8th. If you look at the last 5, you're going to be thinking Les is really good. Granted, he hasn't been the same since he came back into action, but check this out, y'all. He is due a big game. Do a big game. So what are we going to do? Are we taking over? Are we taking Les? Dealer's choice, but I went Les. I talked about his fantasy to open it up. I'm not really interested in John Gray. I don't think he's that great of a pitcher. I could be wrong today. The Angels are terrible. Okay, they are. They just are. I'm not interested in either one of these pitchers, but I would not be surprised if both of them go over just to spite me. I could see it. So if you think that, I got your back. You could take the combo over 9 if you think that both of them or one of them can carry. If you think just one of them is going to have a good game, this is a solid combo, okay? That would be the move. I wouldn't take either of them individually over, but if you think one of them has a good game, the combo will get you a little bit more equity, in my humble opinion. Anytime I see the last 5 red for a pitcher, anyone for that matter, I just know he's due. So over 4.5, under 5. I'm going to leave you the choice to take his fantasy score. Let's just assume he gets the win and the quality start. His fantasy score's at 28. If he does get the win and the quality start, he's probably going to go over. If he doesn't get the win, I think he can stay under. And I honestly don't think he's going to get the quality start personally. I kind of like his pitching outs less. Is it still at 16? Yes, 16 less. I think that's a good play. We can go back here, and as you see, it's a less 28.5. But remember, these aren't true lines. These are just statistical calculations to get it, but these are PrizePicks is always going to be higher than everyone else. You can see under 5 is 52%, plus 109. If you were to take under on any other book, it'd be a good payout. Under 16 pitching outs, he's 15.5 everywhere else. So basically, if he goes 5 full innings, that's 15. Then he needs to come out and pitch one more, and then that would be a push. And if he pitches another one after that, chalk it, because going over. You can see here the combo is pretty much a 50-50, which is why I told you guys that would be the move if you think either one of them's gonna have a good game. So that's my 2 cents, you guys. Either one of those. Now, the biggest thing is the Braves game, because Sale is DNP, which means it's Bryce Elder. That changes a lot of stuff, man. I haven't had time to dig deep on Elder in this matchup. I'm not going to, but I know that I did like Chris Sale's Ks. Arizona doesn't really strike out a lot, unfortunately, but I'm not touching Bryce Elder in this matchup. If you have a read and you want to go there or something like that, God bless you. I'm not doing it, okay? The Rockies game and the Reds game, the Reds have been striking out. The Reds have been poverty, but I personally think Ryan Feltner under 5.5 Ks is the right play. It's not on PrizePicks. They're, for whatever reason, they only have his Gabi and his Demon, but on Sleeper and Chalkboard, less on Feltner, 5.5 is the play. Okay, again, this slate, they're not giving us much to work with. I don't really want to deal with Abbott, so I faded him, which pretty much leaves leaves us with the hits, runs, RBIs props. Garcia, again, I'm not interested in Davis Daniel. Garcia can absolutely crush him. So I'm going to take my shot on Garcia, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, especially since it's a normal line. Jonathan India, his goblin is in play. I actually took his fantasy score. I think he's in a great spot. Byron Buxton. Now, my boy Wanna says he's getting a home run today. I don't know if he's getting a home run, but I think his hits, runs, RBIs demon is in the mix. I like his Gobby and I like his demon. Obviously, the goblin's way more likely to hit, but either one of those is fine. That's me paying homage to the boy Wanna. That's his guy. I'm riding with him. I looked into it. I liked it. Hopefully he cashes. I already discussed Seager. Only take Seager if you're on the train already. If you're off the train trying to hop on when he's already in motion, it ain't gonna go well for you, Chief. So just sit this one out. Actually, obviously too, Garcia is a great pivot off Seager. Everyone's gonna be on Seager. You can go over to Garcia, same matchup, and he could absolutely smash one out 450 feet. That might be a little bit of hyperbole, but we're gambling here, so what are we gonna do about it? Old Marcus could get in the mix. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna target the hitters versus Daniel, and hopefully he gets shelled. Now for the Braves, not the Brewers, but the Braves. Ozzy Albies. I took his Gobby and his demon in a couple of parlays. If you want to go either one of those, you can. I like it less now that Sale's out of the mix because the pitcher has nothing to do with the hitters on the team. But, however, it's good for morale. If your pitcher's crushing, dealing a master class, just dealing, I believe that the hitters want to play hard. So that's my take on that. But Albies and Ozuna, those guys are always in play. But this is the big one. Christian Walker, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's a great player. His Gobby was 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Now he's facing Elder instead of Sale. I think you can take a shot on Mr. Walker. Now you can see right here, it's basically 50-50. A slight edge in our favor, but -120 on DK, -120 on MGM. I'm going for it, y'all. I'm going to take him. I'm not afraid of Bryce Elder, and you shouldn't be either. So Christian Walker's in the mix. You can see here with Garcia, -130 on 2 other books. We are getting a little bit of value. There's just not a lot of books that have lines out like this price. My plan was for this video just to come on here and give you guys some ideas because again, the slate is poverty. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of choices. I think Bryce Elder less 2.5 earned runs allowed would be in the mix. But again, I'm just fading Bryce Elder altogether. Now I will be covering NBA Summer League once it gets a little bit more active. I need a week under my belt, some games so I can see the rotation, see who's playing minutes, etc. But like Chrome will tell you, he's been with me for a full year in the cord. Last season, NBA Summer League was master class, and I hope to do the same thing. I will have content for that coming on the tube and in the cord in a few days. Now for WNBA real quick, it's tomorrow, but I got this at 23.5. It's 24.5 right now. I still think it's a good play right now. I'm not afraid of the matchup, and there's going to be injury news, so go ahead if you want to take it now. It may move back down to 23.5. I don't think so. I think if anything, it'll go back up. So that's all I got to say about WNBA. And of course, my video went way longer than 10 minutes because that's just how it is. Yapped and Crush. Am I right? Am I right? Now, the man who says he never gets flowers, Degen Dan, you absolute smelly Degen. Cash the esports. What is this? Revenant? Counter-Strike? I don't know. The kid watches Counter-Strike. He doesn't play video games, but he watches Counter-Strike. I can't believe the man actually sits down and watches Counter-Strike. So whatever. I tail when I can, when I see it. Other people are tailing. Mark's World tailed. Captain Crush's WNBA slipped the 2-man cash it. I know Logan tailed too. Mark's World has been cooking a master class. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The man was on fire. He's been on fire on those sleeper streets. He's using the projection sheets. He's got that newborn good luck, etc. Jerry Mack was in the mix. Bang. Captain Crush right here. Bang. Full WNBA list sweep. Carter, Reese, Hamby. Cash it all, baby. Cash it all. Easy cash snipes. Followed the list. You love to see it. Cash it. Bang. All you had to do was add Copper and Cloud and he would add that 10x. Lil Jado with his little 6-pick demon. Cash him out. Lil Jado with his Shea Alexander. You hate to see it. Bro's wearing a PrizePicks hat. Gouda Bees. Was it always Gouda Bees? Look at the Summer League. Or no, look at the Olympic D-Gens. Alvarado and Sabonis. You hate to see it. Lace. No, this is B-Dubs, and I ain't talking Buffalo Wild Wings. They're cashing soccer. Yo, Rock. Cash. Listen, Rock gets his flowers. He cashed me out in esports the other day. I gotta tip my hat to him. But to be fair, we're even because I cash him like it's my job. Oh, wait. It is my job. Look at Tea Time Timmy. Appreciate OG Mudbone and myself. Bro doesn't shout me out. Oh, there I am at the bottom. Bro finally shouted me out like I didn't just cash him out 25x a few days ago, brother. You better have shouted me out. Disco's actually on the come up finally. You love to see Disco winning some coin. My goodness. In fact, I forgot to post. I was out on date day yesterday with my woman and I forgot to post my winning slips, but I had a bunch of them. It was a good weekend overall. It was a good weekend. Spartans cashing. There's Timmy. Can't remember when yesterday the list for WNBA swept, but I can't remember when my master. Here it is. Bang. Real quick, and then I'm gonna get out of here, guys. This is why using plus EV is so valuable, y'all. Look at this slip. This was Friday or Saturday night. All these guys were popular as heck to go the other way. Nobody wanted to deal with this. But you know what? Captain Coach, bang! He said, give me all the mispriced lines and cash it sweat free. Sweat free. Look at it. Okay. All of it cashed. Gomber had plenty of opportunity. He pushed. I'll take it. 10x me. The other one, which was 10x. And then I got a heartbreaker. Manny, oh Manny. He was literally cash, babe, for 25x. You see anchors and darts, y'all. What did Captain do? Anchored these 5. Dart with Austin and Manny, and they both pushed. He got his in extra innings. He got walked and he got on. But listen, 10x is still good. I ain't complaining. My 10x. And then the late night demon slip that nobody was thinking had a chance. 2x me. Actually, this was more than 2x because I had 2 demons in there. Cash the summer league play in these 2 demons, and then this was the 2 demons I gave out to everyone before the last game, and I said, we're gambling. Let's take these guys. Cash it if you tailed. I know Choose was tailing. And then this cash, this was my daily double. Unfortunately, Peralta's case sold. Listen, Castillo the other day on Flex Friday had a master class. It happens, guys. Sometimes these pitchers, Louis Gill yesterday for the Yanks, he had a master class. It's just how it goes sometimes, y'all. JJ with his small nuke cash. The man hit for 700. Congratulations, Chief. Use the projection sheets, and in the long run, you're gonna be cash. Spicy got a cash. Kelsey, these are my WNBAs. He tailed me. All right, good. You love to see people tailing. Get that corn out of my face, tailed. Cash this, gave it out. Cash that, gave it out. Cash this, cash that, cash this. Stewie sold. What's new? Cash that, and cash that too, my friends. Listen, when WNBA second half is around, also cash this. This was my play of the day. Caitlin Clark, 7 assists over on Saturday. It was sweat free. When there's WNBA second half and it's good, I try my best to cover it and cook you guys. Pay attention to the general chat. I have the second half method. That's the best way to do it. I can't believe a lot of people don't understand it, but it's the way I do it and it works long term. Now, nobody can get mad that they didn't get shout out because I spent like 10 minutes shouting you all out. You soccer gurus, esports, gold locks, OG Mudbone, Spart, all of yous. I appreciate the lot of yous. Now, I have a lot of role members posting their slips, my slips, list, playlist, projection sheets. You can do all of it. You'll always have something to tail and always a place to hang out. You go to CaptainCrush.net, $24.99 gold package gets you the full thing into the Discord and everything. But for first time members, first month, you have a special treat. It's $10 for your first month, so you don't have any excuses. MLB nude, spelled just like this. It's case sensitive. Bang. $9.99 for your first 30 days. Come in here in July. You'll be here August getting prepped for NFL, and I promise you're going to stick around because we do it over here. That's just how it is. MLB new, if you're a new member, $10 for your first month. Now, you D-Gens, I know you're D-Gen. I know you may not understand MLB, WNBA, Summer League, but you got to learn. PGA as well. Valorant. I got guys that cover it all. I cover it all myself. I give you guys every possible tool that you need to win and have fun doing it. And on top of that, the community's clutch. So I appreciate you tuning in. Sorry the video ended up going up long again. Captain Ramble, Yapton Crush, as the boys like to joke around and say. Don't forget, get better lines, chalkboard underdog. Make sure you're doing your research. DG Fantasy, always use that. Check the lines, check the books, know your role, pay the toll, smash the like. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush. Skull.